All right, we are back. Game two. White Wolf option 12. Sides are switched. For option 12's sake, hopefully the victory is switched also. So what kind of bans do you think we're going to be seeing in this next set of games? Are they going to be targeting that Lux down because that was such a big force of damage?
Well, with option 12 being on blue side right now, they also have the option to just first pick it. I know that it's a favorite of Queen Whisbear. So I feel like they'd be comfortable leaving it up because they could just take it away that way. I'm more interested to see how they react to the Jace, because I do think that that seems to be Andy's favorite champion up in the top lane. And just given that, in my opinion, so far has looked like White Wolf's strongest component, whereas option 12, they've looked like they don't play around the top side. I'm wondering if they'll try to curb that advantage by taking the Jace away.
I mean, I really hate Jace, just as somebody who has played in the top lane. But at the same time, I think if they just picked a safe laner against Jace, he's not that big of a threat. And he wasn't even that big of a threat in the last game until they fed him 4 kills.
Yeah, I mean, Sigtao Eternal, to his credit, he didn't die in lane. You know, he didn't feed. He, didn't give up his, option 12 got first tower. But it's just Andy left lane with about a 70 CS advantage, and then he was able to translate that into some big kills and a couple of team fights. And that's just generally what should happen. Like, you can say option 12, like, maybe you don't lose those fights, but when your top laner is fighting at such a disadvantage, it is logical to just expect, well, the other top laner is going to make a big impact on this fight.
I like the Nunu ban. Mixlink has done very well with Nunu's maneuverable. Oh, I haven't moved over to the quick champ select window yet. Whoops. Can't see champ select. Yep. Things are hidden behind windows. What can you do?
Right. We got Jax, Nunu, and Kate on the side of option 12 banned. Master Yi and Morgana, White Wolf. So, it's interesting. I'll be interested to see if option 12 they actually, if it's left up, if they. Oh no! So White Wolf, they actually banned the Lux, and I'm actually a little curious about that, because I think if White Wolf would have left that up, then you force option 12 to choose between first picking the Ashe or the Lux there. But now I think option 12, I wouldn't be shocked if they just go for the Ashe right away.
Well, it's possible they're disappointed with how she was in game 1, but it is something Pointy Ball likes quite a lot.
Yeah, it's just such a powerful pick right now. It's very good in lane, and then it obviously translates so well to option 12's style of just go, go, go on team fights. So Misfortune coming back from White Wolf, obviously not quite as potent in lane and in late game as Caitlyn, but can make some game-changing plays. And Mixlink, I'm not surprised by that. Volibear, seen him play that before.
Was also
what option 12 sets up here.
Yeah, the Volibear was also banned in game 1 by option 12, so picking that up before they can ban him again.
I would expect option 12 to try to pull out some sort of flex pick here, just to throw them off. I know they have a lot of flexibility in their draft. The Ornn, probably just going top lane. I mean, I know Ornn, he's such a ridiculously weird champion, but
the Ornn was also banned. I think the Nocturne was also. So a lot of the bans that White Wolf put out game 1 are getting picked up now because White Wolf has to ban the Lux and the I forget if they were the ones who banned Morgana last game or not. I think option 12
I believe so. But yeah, so Jace looks like it'll be picked up. And once again, I don't think Alpha plays that. So I think that we will have Andy up there in the top lane. But, to be fair, Alpha could surprise you. Played really well in that Lux last game. Ahri banned, so they assume that this isn't going to be some sort of cheese Nocturne mid. They assume that Gregosaurus still has yet to pick.
I mean, it looks like it's the support and the mid laner for both teams. Still need to get
that's what you would guess, absolutely. There was a dark time during the summer though where people were playing Nocturne mid a lot, and it was utterly the worst.
Well, we had Nocturne mid in the LCUS also, so, you know.
Oh man, the worst.
Yeah, so the assumption we're making is volley jungle, Jace top. But, I mean, obviously, that's a deck that could be shuffled. And it seems like those are the assumptions that both these teams are making as well, because we have one support ban. I'm guessing option 12 is going to, yeah, do a mid ban.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Alpha played the Malzahar last week. So what else do you have in your toolkit, my friend?
I'm expecting a support pick here. No reason to
Yeah, absolutely.
reveal your mid laner.
There are times where it makes sense to counterpick support, but oh, then they might be doing. Oh, is that a flex? Does Burn the Heretic play support Xerath? I hope not, because that's very toxic. Support Xerath is so rude. And that's a flex.
Could also be a support Swain. We saw that
Yeah,
last
exactly.
week.
I know that both Gregosaurus and Elizabeth play Swain. I do think I do think that Gregosaurus will be playing the Zillion mid here, as I believe that he's very comfortable on that champion. So I think we'll see a support Swain here, and then we'll see a support Senna. So Swain against Xerath in the mid lane, or excuse me, Zillion against Xerath in the mid lane. And Senna MF versus Ashe Swain. These are some weird team comps. I'm gonna have to stare. I'm lucky that we get the spectator delay because I need to like stare at these icons for a while to figure out how this is gonna work.
Need to process it. Well, I mean, I feel like Ashe and Swain are going to do pretty well early game.
Yeah, it's gonna be oppressive between the volley and Swain just being such a bully with the potential of that root and just how damn tanky he is.
But we're probably not going to see Prowler before 6 again. So seeing what Mixed Link might be able to get done before Nocturne comes online will be interesting.
Yeah, and once again we have White Wolf with a pretty AD heavy comp. And option 12, you know, they only really have one full tank here. I would assume Queen Elizabeth will go, you know, tanky, but as support you just have limited income, so you can't really go full tank. But Ornn just gets naturally tanky, so it'll be interesting to see how they're able to burn through him. And a Nocturne ult, you know, in onto MF, Senna, Xerath, that's all very scary, because all of those champions, if Nocturne spell shields correctly, all those champions just have no chance to get away from him.
But at the same time, you have Alpha able to get that artillery spell damage again, which could end up being very scary.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is that he has to hold still to fire it out, you know, for over an extended period of time, whereas Lux just shoots it and then, you know, we're good. So if Xerath, you know, posts up for the right of the arcane, if he's in vision or if option 12 just knows where it is, that's one of those situations where you can just sort of fire the Ashe ult and cancel it. And then all of a sudden Xerath is just, hey, what's going on?
I mean, a big issue that I'm having with, well, maybe not issue, but the thing about Xerath is that he does have some things that he can hide behind on an attempt to try to get that push out there. We saw in game 1, option 12, I don't know if it was just because of their play style or just how uncomfortable they felt in that game 1. When they got an advantage or an opening, they didn't push into it. You know? It was just like, we've got 1 or 2 kills, let's back off. And 1 or 2 kills, let's back off does not work against the Xerath. Because if the Xerath's alive and you're trying to back off, he is going to pelt you from midfield. And
yeah. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, and so it's just, you know, I'm hoping that option 12 decides to take a little bit more of an aggressive play style this time. Maybe the Nocturne and Zillion ult will help them feed into that. So that they're more willing to collapse in at the openings they create instead of backing up and then getting stabbed in the back 10 seconds later.
Yeah, I do think that they perhaps have more tools to do that this time. In game one, I mean, we saw like Prowler on Malphite. You know, Malphite is obviously a very one-dimensional champion. You throw your giant monolith self at them one time, and then after that, you sort of just stand there. You know, you can smash the ground a couple times, but once you have used your ultimate, it's tough to continue the fight afterward. So for option 12, I'm wondering if this time they have a few more bullets in the chamber to continue firing after the initial, start to a fight.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. Headed into game 2.
Skin Showdown. I forget. We decided White Wolf won last time, right?
Yes.
We agreed on that? Okay, so Skin Showdown is 1-0 with the actual winner so far.
Dragon Master Swain again. Yeah, I like option 12. Blood Moon Zillion's cool. Dragon Master Swain is one of the 2 good Swain skins. Thunderlord Orange is always nice for me.
Yeah, I think I go option 12. I'm not crazy about Gun Goddess Misfortune. She has so many skins, and I feel like Gun Goddess is like in the bottom tier of them.
Yeah, I don't think many people like Gun Goddess Misfortune.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a cool like secret agent skin where she has like a thigh holster that looks really badass. Like, yeah, I'll go option 12 on this one.
All right.
Into game, man. Everybody has just, I don't know if everybody's upgraded their hardware since the last split, but the loading screens have been insane this split.
Alright, so if the game track follows here, we will have a win for option 12 because they also won the skin battle.
And I do believe the coin, its benevolence predicted a 1-1 here.
What is that chroma for Swain? I have not seen Dragon Lord Swain with chromas before. That is rather...
It's funny. Look, he looks so camouflaged in the jungle right now.
Yeah.
It looks like another pine tree standing there.
Such a strange... his arms orange too. It's odd.
Both teams sort of 5-pointing here. Pointy ball standing a little far back, but they got a ward on the tri-brush, so
he's got his
essentially 5-point.
His dragons are green too. It's cute. Now we got
wait, does he have? Oh wait, does that skin have dragons instead of ravens? That's
yes.
Pretty cool. That makes sense, I guess, given the theme. Even though dragons seem like they would inherently be stronger than ravens.
Well, all's the same when it comes to demon magic.
Looks like both junglers will be starting on the bot side. I don't think either team will be sure of the other team's movements because everybody was just chilling on their own side of the river. So nobody really has much advanced knowledge of the other. Option 12 did get a little ward over by the Raptors. So actually, once Mixlink wonks over there, they will know.
Yeah, everyone hitting their lanes at the appropriate times.
Oh, quick pull onto Tilted Pig. He flashes right away. Wow. Okay. So Queen Wizbear landing that never move. And that's a big cooldown burn by the MF right away.
Also shows how seriously Tilted Pig is taking this game too. Doesn't want to have any sort of risks. And you're probably not expecting a Nocturne gank very early. So maybe you feel safe or don't feel as bad wasting that.
Oh man, Andy getting a huge trade up in the top lane. Got Sigtao Eternal down to about 40% health already.
We did have a debate in chat about why Eternal is not playing Set, since Set's apparently very good against Jace.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Set does do well against Jace. Was left up. Wondering if it's just... I mean, Set with his haymaker is obviously durable from that, but generally he's not as durable as Ornn will become.
Pointy ball getting nice damage there on both characters. God, so much just little poke from Jace causing such big impact there.
Yeah, the bottom lane of White Wolf is still level 1 down here, though. They're about to have a huge wave hit. I really wish that option 12 was bringing somebody for a potential dive here, because if you could dive right as this wave hits, it would be devastating.
Now that is one of the threats, or one of the downsides of having the Nocturne. He is coming to try to help up in this top lane, but he's just immediately spotted thanks to the warding that White Wolf is continuing to do.
And he's doing a good job up there, sort of just hanging around, making him wonder, is it warded, is it not warded? That's a lost art in League of Legends of...
Volibear gank incoming.
Oh, yep. Here we go. Mixlink in the backline, and Pointy Ball, I don't even know if he saw it coming or if he just was so confident that he could out-trade it, but both bot laners do flash. Barrier was burned and heal from the side of White Wolf, so... Overall, actually a 3-for-2 summoner trade? Very interesting gank in the bot lane.
We'll see if Mixlink decides to come right back around, but I think Burn there took... Ooh, good flash there. Yep, coming right back around. Gotta respect that.
This mid lane matchup is going to be interesting because Zilean is such a great champion in a lot of ways, but laning is not really one of them. He doesn't have a great auto attack animation. It's difficult to last hit on him, and you burn yourself out of mana very fast until you get those items under your belt. So we'll see how Gregosaurus is able to hang in there early on. So far, doing just fine.
No ward here this time. I think the Eagle did see it though.
Yeah, and Prowler is there actually, so if they pull back Mixlink, he could be in trouble.
Oh, Pointy Ball going a little forward there. Fortunately, Prowler able to come in and help.
Yeah, Mixlink has to flash here. Yep. Prowler in the right spot at the right time.
So we're almost all out of summoners down here in the bot lane. All we got left is Queen Elizabeth's Ignite. Continuing pressure though. Top lane meanwhile is the same story it was last game. Rough life against Jace.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get rougher as well too, because Andy has the opportunity to just freeze this wave exactly where it is going forward. Yeah, the wave is definitely advantageous to blue side, which means that... Oh, Andy actually missing a couple CS though.
Yeah, Pointy Ball missed a few CS down the bot lane as well, so...
We're at level 5 right now. He's about a third of the way up to 6. We'll see where he decides to take that first paranoia. Could be a big swing. Meanwhile, Mixlink, he continues. He's right back to the bot side again. He has no camps down here, so he is just going straight down there with just going for the scuttle crab, I guess. His camps will be respawning soon, so actually should be fine. Prowler's gonna help Sig Tower Eternal shove in this wave. That's a good read from option 12 because, yeah, this wave would have been there for another 3 minutes if he hadn't come up there. But that means that White Wolf, they get priority on this Drake. I don't think that option 12 will decide to contest this.
Well, with 4 people on it, it'd be very hard. Maybe Gregosaurus tries to throw a bomb in there or something.
Oh! Mixlink should survive the second bomb. He will. So yeah, that's all created off the pressure of Jace though, because Prowler had to go top to unfreeze that wave.
We do have the ult now though, so we will finally get to see that Nocturne get a little more involved. See where we're sitting at with gold. Yeah, I mean, with the game as close as it is, it's not that surprising to see everyone around the same, CS of course permitting. Do have that 700 gold advantage in the top lane, but 100, 200 or so among the other lanes balancing it out.
Yeah, option 12 actually in a gold advantage team-wise, despite how big that CS difference is up in the top lane.
Yeah, where will Nocturne strike first is the big question we're all thinking right now.
Burn the Heretic still has no flash.
Neither does either member of Option 12 in the bot lane, so that could end up being huge if there's counterplay.
Looks like he might look mid lane here for a second though. But meanwhile, White Wolf, they're all moving towards the top lane. They want to find something up here.
Prowler doing an interesting little
help. Alpha's got to be careful with his pathing here. No, he's fine.
Prowler with that quick auto attack speed already.
Yeah, looks like he is going towards the Devourer jungle item, so we'll be proccing that passive quite often.
Yeah, very slow game. Almost 10 minutes, no kills yet.
Blue buff goes over to Gregosaurus. Oh no, it went over to Prowler. It was on 1 health and I think the red buff took it away. Oh, that's unfortunate. It literally got down to 1 health and I think the red buff burn made the difference.
I would like to see more wards up in the top lane from either player. At the moment, they don't know who's coming where unless the person dutifully walks all the way up the river.
Yeah, it's been interesting because both junglers have been around the bot side so much. Meanwhile, the top side has actually been the place where the game has been more dynamic so far.
Still getting pushed in hard, though, by this Option 12 team. We did see Swain finally land a Vision of Empire to much grandiose boasting.
It's a 50 CS advantage now for Andy. Root doesn't quite land from Elizabeth. Make It Rain doesn't land either. So both teams just throwing out spells here in the bot lane. Mixlink is, no, he should be fine. A little bit dangerous given his bot lane didn't have priority there, but able to clear the ward.
Alright, so Prowler's at level 8 and Mixlink's only at 6.
Yeah, and this could be a really, really devastating counter game. Prowler's coming back down. Oh, first blood already picked up for Elizabeth. There's the bullet time, but now, yeah, oh boy, Mixlink is going to be destroyed here. There's the level advantage you talked about. Just no chance for that Volibear to get away from that. Great job from the bot lane of Option 12.
Yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities to kind of grab that Senna, and they finally managed to pick that up thanks to being a little out of position and also then Prowler coming around to ensure that Mixlink's follow-up doesn't go anywhere. I do like how that Swain Chroma changes the dragon color of his ult as well. It's a nice detail. They might chew through this whole turret now.
Yeah, it looks like it. No help coming from White Wolf. Now burn the heretics here, but they will run out of minions.
Yeah, not quite enough minions.
Oh, Gregosaurus could be in trouble here though. Mixlink running after him. There's the speed from Zillion though, so he will be fine. But Prowler has spent so much time down here in the bot side that Mixlink should just be able to plunder away his topside jungle. Said he's looking for a dive, but when you're at a 2-level disadvantage, I feel like he should just be farming up to try to equalize right now.
And there also isn't anyone to dive because Ornn went back home.
Yep.
a rare Ornn going home.
So they will get some plates here, but yeah, this level of disadvantage is just going to be exacerbated in the minutes to come.
I'm surprised that Mixlink actually is leaving. They could have gotten a little more damage on there before the teleport came in.
Yeah, just a little afraid, knowing, you know, Prowler could have been back about at his grunt by now. Here we are at the Drake.
Ooh, bad gang coming in here.
Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, Alpha's just going to get destroyed here. Prowler so strong. The spell shield was on point there. Block the stun. Now burn the Heretic solo. Pointy ball. Doesn't have the arrow anymore, but Option 12, they should be able to get the Drake off this easily.
Great showing for this Nocturne so far. Absolutely,
yeah,
tearing.
It's always been a favorite of Prowler's. He's played this champion a lot back in the past. And it's something that I wonder if this game will be sort of a reminder to the rest of the league, like, hey, consider banning this.
So many things to ban, though.
Indeed.
Here comes Mixlink again, though. No ward to streak this out, so this is their best opportunity to get damage in here. Pointy Ball is going to get pounced on immediately. High damage on Burn the Heretic, but the ult is incredibly painful, and that's going to be a free Ashe.
Yeah, Pointy Ball just didn't have a good way of getting out of that. Popped the heal, but just had to walk into the Volibear in order to get out of the bullet time. So, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
And I mean, that's a big problem with the Swain. Swain is not going to help you when you're trapped in a gank.
Yeah.
He's going to stand back there and he's going to be like, hey guys, I'm a dragon. Or a crow. And everyone can go, that's nice, Swain. And keep beating up your ADC.
Yeah, it's one-way traffic with Swain. He goes one way, he goes the other way, well, good luck. Meanwhile, Jace up in the top lane still. I mean, this is still, it's not technically a Flame Horizon, but when you've got more than double your CS, your opponent's CS, it's a big deal.
And also, good job by Mixlink making up, while still at that level disadvantage, is able to make his presence felt. So that's got to feel good for him. We have Asian Token Master in the chat talking crap about Malphite jungle.
You're about like 20 minutes late to that.
Well, there's comments that the reason that option 12 is doing better is because they have this nocturne damage compared to where Malphite was just a walking ultimate.
Oh, arrow onto Burn the Heretic, but Mixlink is there. Actually, that looked like a little bit of potential miscommunication. I'm not sure. They saw Mixlink there, but then Pointy Ball fired off the arrow at Burn the Heretic. Had to run away, but, you know, they do avoid the gank, I guess. Rift Herald goes down in the top side from Prowler. That's a good job, actually, getting that objective given just how far behind your top side is. If you're able to secure a top side objective, despite how far behind your top laner is, that's sort of a heist.
Yeah, almost 2,000 gold behind up in this top lane.
Rift Herald will be summoned up in the mid lane. Mixlink is here to help Alpha, but this Herald will get a good charge, and there's a double bomb from Gregosaurus. Prowler not feeling good enough to dive under the turret yet.
Oh yeah, that was not the time to dive under turret.
Meanwhile, they get first turret in the bot lane, so we're seeing the mid-bot pressure of option 12. This is what you expect to see from this team. Meanwhile, the top side just hanging in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you really can do. Punished top lane. Eternal just hanging out. Not, as long as you hang out and don't die, you're doing your job. But eventually the top lane is going to have to start getting involved in this game, and that might hurt a little bit.
Ooh, that's a good arrow. There, now you go under the turret. There you go. Maybe. Double bombs onto the Paranoia. Quick kill onto Alpha, and the mid turret to follow. Queen Elizabeth, okay. Calculated.
Calculated. Totally knew that. Where's the Senna ult? Isn't that global?
Yeah, it is available, but not gonna fire it.
I mean, 48 hit points, that's the freest cross-map kill you're gonna get. Be even freer if you were playing Karthus, but that's none of my business. I mean, that could have got like... Karthus could have got like 3 kills there. Prowler, Sigtao Eternal, and Elizabeth all incredibly low. Interesting teleport from Gregosaurus here.
Yeah, I think they're just sort of gonna sub people out here. They realize Andy is obviously the strong point of the team right now for White Wolf. They're gonna say, well, Gregosaurus has been having a better time than Sigtao Eternal so far. Let's send him up to the top lane. Let him absorb the pressure for a little while. He has better wave clear than the Orin.
Dragon showing up soon. Neither team in a great position for it.
Oh. Again, the arrow lands onto Alpha. He's able to get away early and flashes, but Prowler, he's on the chase, and he is so powerful right now. The root lands onto Elizabeth, but there's just nothing to be done at that point. Yeah, this Nocturne is just dictating the game at this point.
Yeah, if you get hit by the Ash Arrow, you basically have to expect that Nocturne's coming for you. Oh, but we got attempt to gank this here, but so much resilience coming out of this option 12 team.
Yeah, and Tilted Pig, he might get run down by Pointy Ball here. Volley will not quite be enough damage. Mixlink actually leaps in, just sort of zoning him out, I guess, with the Stormbringer.
Yeah, great interference there by Mixlink, keeping your ADC alive. Knew that he couldn't actually get anything done in the kill department, but just to make sure that Tilted Pig gets out of there. Appreciate that.
Meanwhile, amidst all that, Andy was able to bully Gregosaurus out of lane and finally get that turret.
Still just a one-turn advantage. Maybe more. We'll see how quickly this goes down. Mixlink is here, and he's going to be dealing a lot of
This will be big. There's that artillery. Oh, the Dawning Shadow doesn't quite land, so they will break off the pursuit. If they can get a shutdown onto Prowler, it would be a big deal. Not only because you get the gold influx, but because when you take all that power off the map for potentially 40 seconds, we'll see what White Wolf can get done in that time window. It is officially a Flame Horizon for Andy right now, over 100 CS advantage on Sigtao Eternal.
Yeah, 100 CS and 2,800 gold. Oop. A lot of action going on in the mid lane here. White Wolf looking for a turret.
And White Wolf once again. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, not sure if they'll get it though. There's enough wave clear here. I don't think that they're gonna ever get the minions to be able to comfortably take this turret.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it is interesting. White Wolf, you know, we have Alpha on this Xerath instead of the Lux. Oh, another arrow. The Xerath just keeps getting destroyed. In goes Prowler. He doesn't even have to use the Paranoia yet. They are destroying them in the back line. Queen Elizabeth in there. Prowler does drop, but it's only Andy walking away. How many men does it take to send a message? He will walk back towards the base, but option 12 just annihilating them in that fight.
Of course, as option 12, you kind of don't like to see that Andy's the one who gets the shutdown gold.
Sure, yeah.
he was the one driving that big offensive that won White Wolf game 1. But still, very great play all around. See how well these abilities on option 12 combo together. And don't forget, stopwatch is overpowered. Call your congressman.
Oh, blue buff resets. Andy's running after this. He does have backup now. He gets on a Pointy Ball. This could be dangerous. Pointy Ball is going to drop, and they use the Chrono Shift as well. Now Gregosaurus just has to leave his Ash behind. Tilted pick up the kill, and now Gregosaurus with the speed, he should be fine. But option 12, a little bit of an overstep there.
Yeah, those are always the rough ones when you have a zillion ults available, and sure you could use it, but the guy's probably going to die anyway.
Yeah, when it's on an immobile champion like an Ashe, it's like, well, your corpse is just going to get destroyed as soon as it comes back. And White Wolf should be able to pick up the mid lane turret now. This is something they went for about 2 minutes ago, and it was a disaster, but this time they get it. 3.8k gold advantage on the side of option 12. And what I was saying earlier is that Alpha on this Xerath, it's not the Lux. It doesn't have the final spark, but just the Arcanal Pulses are all kind of little mini Lux Elves. And so they still have that ability to just destroy you from afar. That being said, option 12 with Prowler, and even Sigtao Eternal's ultimate as well, they can get you right back. So it'll be interesting to see which team lands more crucial long-range abilities leading up to these big fights.
Yeah, and especially if we have if we have a team fight that starts with Pointy Ball missing an Ash Arrow, or an Ash Arrow landing on someone that isn't going to be deleted by Prowler, that could make option 12's momentum in these opening moments of a fight just hit a brick wall. But
yeah, absolutely.
Every encounter so far, that Ash Arrow has been spot on to Alpha, whether accidentally or intentionally. And that has been very painful for White Wolf, because that just creates a big opening to immediately have it be a 4v5.
Nope, and now they went it on to Mixlink. Here comes the Call of the Forge God. Mixlink will be able to get away, but Prowler goes right in on the bottom right quadrant. We're looking at Alpha just getting destroyed by Prowler. Just no chance. How's the rest of the fight going? Andy goes down to Gregosaurus. They do trade, but that's not worth it for White Wolf. Drake coming up shortly. And option 12, again, just Prowler just able to annihilate one of the carries. Just decides, you don't get to play League of Legends right now.
Yeah, Andy is not as powerful as he was earlier. Takes a lot of damage very quickly in these fights. Was able to pick up Gregosaurus, but, you know, at what cost, as they say.
Yeah, the tricky thing is when you're playing a Jace, you can generally delete one person, but you have to jump in to do that. And once you jump in, you're not tanky, and you have no escape tools. So it's a one-way trip. And if you're the Fed member of your team, that's generally not going to be worth it.
Yeah, really not a great game for Alpha, because he keeps being targeted down by Prowler on this Nocturne. 0-5 and 2, not the shining Lux laser beams that we saw earlier.
And I really do believe that they should have considered Alpha. Oh, right on to Burn the Heretic. He's done. He's so squishy. Another pick with these arrows. And they will start up the Baron with Prowler having the Devourer jungle item. This is going to go down so quickly.
Alright, Mixlink, this is what the time that dreams are made of.
They don't have vision on it yet.
Are you a man or are you a polar bear?
Meanwhile, Tilted Pig, he will just get destroyed. Six Tower Eternal kills him actually with the wind-up of the ultimate. And looks like Mixlink isn't even going to go for it. They'll depend on the right of the arcade. Nope. It gets picked up by Pointy Ball.
Oh, come on,
Andy
Mixlink.
in the bot lane.
I believed you. You could have done it.
There was a blast cone there. Decided not to go for it.
Didn't have flash available, maybe that's why. Well, Andy's going to get 2 towers for the trouble, more than likely. Alright. So that's a good feeling.
Oh,
Dodges
good
the
dodge
acid
on the
energy.
arrow. But yeah, you wonder if Alpha should have gone cleanse on this Xerath. You see most immobile carries take the cleanse when you're going up against an Ashe. Opted into the barrier, and I think that that's cost him a couple of deaths here.
We do have Prowler having grabbed the Guardian Angel. So, scary Ghost Man must be killed twice now. No, 3 times, actually,
man.
with the Zillion.
And it's going to take a lot to kill him once. He's got the highest CS on option 12 and is threatening Andy for the highest in the game.
Looks like they might be maneuvering to go to this bot lane, which Eternal is shepherding up. Eternal almost at 3,000 health right now. No one on White Wolf even comes close to that.
And to be frank, option 12 would have to make a couple of sizable mistakes here in order to let White Wolf back into this game.
Well, they did it last game, so...
Indeed.
I mean, if we have well, they don't necessarily have a great answer for Prowler. They have enough individual stuns that they might be able to at least take his Guardian Angel on.
Yeah, I think that what White Wolf needs to do is they need to make sure that they stay together, because Prowler can only spell shield 1 stun. So if he spell shields the stun of Alpha as he's coming in, then you just have Mixlink stun him, or Andy knock him away, or Burn the Heretic snare him.
I mean,
You can't get rid of them all. There is the stun right onto Alpha again, and actually Prowler goes right past him onto the onto Andy, and he just is going to get destroyed. Prowler, he will walk away. That GA you just talked about, option 12 just so powerful right now, bullying their way down this mid lane.
And we're seeing that lack of durability that both of these games was a problem for White Wolf. Now actually coming into the fray because we have a character like Prowler who can just eat basically any character on their team alive. This Nocturne's so strong, they have no way to survive a prolonged engagement with him.
Yeah, they did get his GA off, but you know that's hardly a fair trade for your mid lane inhibitor and 2 kills.
We do have Alpha up. He does have ult available. He could chase Prowler out of this fight with that ult if he wanted to. Regosaurus is split pushing. We'll get another turret very quickly here. Interesting teleport choice here by Andy, trying to come in and make a big play. Let's see what happens.
Oh, he destroys Pointy Ball. Dawning Shadow is a big deal, and down goes Power. That's the 2 big carries of Option 12. They are gone. There's no damage left. Sig Tau Eternal, he's trying to turn around. Big bombs from Gregosaurus, though, and he actually is going to turn around this fight. Great teleport in. I didn't even see it coming, but that'll be the difference maker, and Burn the Heretic is just going to have to limp away.
Once again, no durability to survive the Gregosaurus coming around. If you had any sort of tank that could stand in a fight, a Zillion that's... I mean, obviously the Zillion is 3-1 and 7, so he's made his presence felt. He's been doing some good work, but, you know, someone like a Sejuani could have survived that.
Yeah, that looked so good for White Wolf early on, but Gregosaurus, he had the teleport, he came into a good spot. That's a big deal too. When you're a character like Zillion, you don't want to, you know, backline teleport in that situation. You need to come in behind the fight, and you show up, and the damage was just unexpected from White Wolf, it looked like. It looked like they thought, okay, we got Pointy, we got Prowler, we're good. And then all of a sudden you got time bombs going off all over your faces, and you're gone.
Yeah, but great job with that offensive move. Heads up play by Andy. You see that Andy has the damage to 2-shot Pointy Ball. So they've got to try to take advantage of that some more, despite there now being an almost 11k gold lead.
Yeah, the Mountain Soul is going to make it so much more difficult for that kind of play to happen again, though, now with Pointy Ball having that constant shield along with everybody else. This is tough for a Jace, because Jace... yeah, he does depend on being able to just go in there, destroy somebody. But with a Mountain Soul, it's just a little bit harder to do it. And that little margin can make a big deal. Big difference.
Looks like Option 12 being very methodical here, heading straight for this top turret now.
Arrow coming on to Andy, and he is just going to be deleted. Down he goes. Bullet time coming out, but it's not quite enough. Burn the Heretic is separate. What a knockup from Sig Tau Eternal. There's no follow-up from his team, unfortunately, but Burn the Heretic will just walk into the Bellows Breath and go down. And Option 12, they clean up again in the top side jungle.
Well, we're seeing once again, skins get wins.
Yep, skin battle. Undefeated in this series, well, at this point.
And you know, I mean...
still throw.
Good damage output helps too, I guess, but... if you want to be technical about it. Nice attempt to get in there by Mixlink, but doesn't actually hit anyone impactful with that ultimate. First turret's going to go down.
Yeah, the minions are just insane right now. There's so many of them in here. Gregosaurus takes down Mixlink. Down goes the second next turret. Yeah, this is just going to be the end of the game. Too good from Option 12 here in Game 2. But White Wolf got Game 1, so we've got a 1-1 in the first split, or the first match of Week 2.
Alright, so we're 2-0 for the blue side. 2-0 for the skins. And Nocturne really making his presence felt and going to give everyone something to think about when you're up against this Option 12 team. Let's check out some graphs.
Actually really interesting because Nocturne did not that much damage compared to his teammates, but you have to imagine the damage he did do was just incredibly effective.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to delete you. I'm not going to poke you. I'm not going to posture around and hit you with little abilities. I'm going in and you're dead. And then I'm going to walk away and I'm going to wait 2 minutes and do it again.
If we had damage per champ, we'd see that all of that damage was on the Xerath.
Yeah, quite definitely.
All right, well, we have an interview set up here with the sufferer up in the top lane. The man who lost in CS for Option 12 sins, Sig Tau Eternal. So we'll head over there now. Hey, Eternal, congratulations on winning that second game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what's it like being the human sacrifice for Option 12?
Well, I just play my game, be a tank, and just try and hold out as much as I can. And I wouldn't say as much of a sacrifice that game. I didn't really die, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously massive CS differences because playing melee into ranged characters can lead to that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
There were two major questions that chat seemed to have about game one and game two. For game one, was the intention always to have the Maokai go top, or was that a flex pick?
No, that was a flex pick. He had asked me if I had preferred Maokai or Malphite, and I told him Maokai, because we've practiced it a little bit before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just felt safer with Maokai, because even if I get down in CS, which I tend to always do, I'll be fine. Like, I typically am more for team fights than lane.
And then the second question is, excuse me, in game two, there was a question of why going with the Ornn instead of something like a Set, who generally does better against Jace.
Well, like I kind of mentioned in the last answer, we fight typically for team fights and not for lane.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ornn just helped with the engage with the Ash Arrow and the Nocturne ult. We just kept them going.
For sure. Okay, so more of a team focus than a lane focus, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, I remember, Jeff, you might want to touch on this a little bit further. We had talked about the lane differentials early on in the when we were introing the teams.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's and you would probably know this as well as anyone, but seems like your team prefers to make plays around the bot side, whereas White Wolf, it seems like they prefer to make their plays around the top side. So just speaking, not even necessarily in just terms of this matchup, but just as a top laner, how do you approach that? Just going into a game knowing like this, like the first 10 minutes are gonna suck. How do you prepare yourself mentally for that?
Well, I'm used to playing behind, and the team always tells me to pull out the inner Darien inside of me. So that's typically what I just do and play safe and get behind. But it always, most of the time it ends up working out all right. White Wolf played excellent the first game.
All right. Well, congratulations on the victory to keep it even for you guys. You want to have any shout-outs before we let you go?
Shout out to the commish who's across the hall. Shout out to the team. We were a little down after that first game. Like I said, White Wolf played superbly, but we pulled it together for the second game and made it a draw, so it wasn't an 0-2. So hey, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, if you were down but you managed to get it back together, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Also, the theme for today is tank.
Right. We are seeing in chat, but that is my theme every day. Every day my theme is tank.
You gotta tank that life because you don't know what's gonna be thrown at you.
Right. Tank life. All right.
Tank.
Well, congratulations, and we'll hope you guys can take this game 2 momentum into next week.
Hopefully so. Thank you all.
All right, thanks.
All right. And so with that, we are heading into the second set of games. Handing the cast over to Nickel. But Jeff, I believe you'll be checking out, so you want to have the last word here?
Are you sorry? I just I just reconnected the live broadcast.
I mean, because you're not casting in this second game, right?
Yeah.
So you want to send us out here?
Awesome first series. Super excited to see what comes from the next couple. And I feel like week 2 is when we start to see, really which teams, we really start to see teams' identities and what we're going to be able to expect from them going forward. So really excited. Kenos and Nickel, take it away. It's going to be great.
Well, Nickel, I believe, is going to be working with Sigtau Infinite, so they'll be handling that.
The commish coming in.
But we'll be back for set 3, so everyone stick around for a great set 2, and I'll see you in set 3. Don't go anywhere.